I'm John Kovacs with Accurite. Today I'm going to show you how to install our 3160 EC undermount slides designed for wide door applications. First, let's take a look at the components. We have our disconnect handles, our steel cable, our package of hardware, and of course our slides. Today we'll be working with a 60-inch wide drawer, so we'll need the wide drawer stabilizer kit, which is shown here. Your drawer box will need two features for it to properly fit the 3160 slides. First, you'll need a hole at the back of the drawer for the slide hook. See the technical sheet for the exact placement of this hole. Second, the entire back of the drawer needs to be notched flush with the bottom of the drawer. When installing the disconnect handles, make sure the blue lever is curved in toward the center of the drawer. That way you know your handles are on the correct side. Now for the slides, I have pre-drilled holes in my cabinet that make installation a cinch. Make sure to check out the installation guide if you have any questions about setback or hole placement. I also slide both of the connector clips onto the brackets so that they're in place for when I need them. Doing these steps outside of the cabinet makes the rest of the installation a breeze. To prepare the stabilizer brackets for installation, the first thing I do is set the included black screws into the holes at the end of the strips. Note that I only screw them in about a quarter of the way. Once in the cabinet, I align and secure one of the brackets to the right-handed slide, and then I leave the left-handed slide loose and floating. Then I move to the connector clips and secure them in the center of the assembly, making sure to support the bracket from underneath as I tighten the screws. Finally, I tighten the left side to the slides, and we're done with the stabilizer bracket. Now we can install the cable support system. Here I start on the left hand side and slide the cable into the slot on the back bracket. I then route the cable around the left wheel, under the bracket to the right wheel, and then bring the cable to the front bracket of the right hand slide. Note that I make sure the slides are in the closed position before I tie down the cable. This is important to avoid any misalignments. I do the reverse process for the second cable, starting on the back bracket of the right hand slide and ending on the front bracket of the left hand side. Again, I push the slides into the closed position before tying down the cable. To set the correct amount of tension on the cable, I pull it until the slide moves out just slightly. I then tie down the cable at that spot and then use the adjustment screw to set the slide back to flush. I've found that this is the best way to ensure the proper amount of cable tension. Now that our slides are completely installed, with the cable support system and the wide drawer stabilizer kit, all we need to do now is install our 60-inch wide drawer into the cabinet. So now we have a fully installed 3160 EC undermount slide in a 60-inch wide drawer application. Thank you for watching us today. Be sure to follow us on these social media platforms and stay tuned for future videos.